Hello, and welcome back to Infinifactory. This is episode 51. We're going to get a mission briefing and then get to work on a puzzle.
Hello again. Now that we have everything in place, it is time to construct the ships that will comprise the homeward fleet. As our most talented engineer, you will be building the factory to construct the ship's major systems and components with the aid of Mortis's new tools. Other engineers will combine these components to complete the ships. Soon, it will be time to go home and rally our forces, and we will all know freedom.
I appreciate your optimism. The navigation computer. Holy shit. Oh dear, okay. So we get the circuit board. Are we welding those in? I mean, I would assume we have to be. I mean, it's gonna have to be everything comes out and welds, and then it gets sent away. Like, this looks daunting, but I really don't think it's that huge of a deal. How do these come out? As we need them. Okay, perfect. So, I mean, this one comes out. How exactly does it get welded, though? Let me figure exactly how this happens before we do much. So, this is, let me just count this here. 1, 2, 3, 5 with the block. Okay, and it's the third over, so I want it to really sit right there. So let me do that. And I just want to see what happens. Like, I can't weld that. If we take that away, it does nothing. Okay, but what if I shove it in there? That just shoved it back. Let's try this one more. Yeah, that's shoving it back and forth. Like I said, welding is not possible here. I wonder what these are used for. I mean, I could demolish pieces of it. It is actually possible. Hold up. We need 8. Let me see. 2. No, we get the same amount. We would need to get 2 of those. It would be possible for me to demolish the outer 2, weld everything on, and then bring the next segment in. That's a possibility, but it seems difficult to believe that that's the intended solution. I mean, I'll go for that, but I don't believe in it. We can do that, but that doesn't help. I mean, the pins are there. Like, they clearly want the piece fitting like that. I'm starting to believe this is what they actually want. I don't believe it, and I don't know how we're going to make, you know, make it happen the way we want it to, but it seems to be the solution. So yeah, no, let's keep that. And let's drop this down. And I'm thinking basically when this hits, we have a massive laser array? Like, what are we talking about now? Unknown block, which is interesting. I just need to make sure I tack these on so that they don't get I mean, we might as well put this overhead right here. Like, there's no reason to wait that long. I can't build up here for some reason, but I guess we can go out this way. Okay. Still find it very hard to believe this is what they want, but here we are. What? They can't pass through that? Oh, that's garbage. That's fucking garbage. Yeah. Yeah, that's bullshit. That's complete baloney. Okay, I mean, this whole thing we just built, nope, completely useless. Actually, hold up, 1 second. Let me just try, I just want to be 100% on this. Yeah, maybe I could get away with something, but it would be a huge endeavor to make it function. So, no, completely wasted this. Alright, so let's see. I still wish I had frickin' vertical lasers. That would be so fantastic. Kind of thinking about trying something here. A little unorthodox, but if I can connect that like so, then I can clear the way for the lasers. And the lasers can shoot around. So we can do this. Perfect. Okay. Grab all this. And all I really need is somebody to run the whole way back here and connect them. Are you serious? They're protected too. I mean, yes, when the next one comes out, it's gonna do it, but... Oh, it still didn't do it. What the fuck? Can this thing not be lasered? Alright. Come here a goddamn minute. Completely protected. You gotta be... I built this thing twice and it just will not. Okay, I mean, last thought is the freaking eviscerator. But if we find that that doesn't work, then I'm legit out of ideas right now. I just have no way how to put this together. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's all we have right now, so that's what I'm gonna try. So, eviscerator like this, and then 10 high. Let's see what happens. Nope, passes right the fuck through it. So this thing cannot be destroyed. And therefore, I have no idea. I have no idea. How do I attach these? I can't build inside of this, so there's no way that they want me to just deliver it like this and it attaches itself. I don't know what they want. I don't understand at all. Okay. I've got one final idea. So let's just do this, and then we'll do a blocker, sensor. So this comes down, triggers the sensor. You were incredibly wrong about where that blocker needed to be because we moved the conveyor. I had it that the conveyor was on the very outside of it, but we changed that. Okay. Very, very funny. Let me just make sure. Okay. So I really overcorrected that. Okay, that holds till this thing comes down and it's too low, so alright, last try. So this, okay, not exactly the way I want it. Let me change this just a tiny bit. Okay, so now, sitting and waiting, and the frickin' conduit's in the way. Okay, conduit here. You turn and just go. Okay? So it blocks. No, that doesn't do it. That does not do it. So we have tried pushing the board into it and pushing it into the board, and neither worked. There is no possibility of welders being the solution. As you can see, like, where would they be? Where would they be? They would be right there and right there. They would just block the board from coming in. Just wanted to see if anything happened there. Doesn't. I mean, there's nothing more I can do. Like, you do this, and now it can't get in because of the welder. Do that, it's just going to weld to itself. Yeah, I've got no idea about this one. What? Okay. So we know Get rid of that. I'm just curious. I mean, let me just see. I don't know. Has that changed the state of it at all? It doesn't appear to have. And nothing. Okay. That's all I really wanted to know. Let's look at these again. Counter, welder, pusher, blocker, conduit. There was something where we had to add electricity to it before you could connect something. Like there would be a very obvious place for that. That doesn't do anything. Yeah, this one, I don't understand this at all. I just have no thoughts about this. So we're abandoning that. Alright, we've got a little bit of an odd situation on this end of things. So, you know, we abandoned that, as I just said. And then I went in and just started doing this one. And I spent like probably another hour 20 building it. I've got the idea down, and it's just a matter of construction on this one. But after I took a break, after working on this for an hour 20, not being anywhere near done, I was thinking about this one again. And I have something I want to try. So now I don't know what to do with the episodes. Like, I had it where we just continued playing, and it was supposed to be one episode, but now I'm thinking I should cut that episode in half. And then have this be what it needs to be. So, well, let me see if what I actually thought works, first off. So, this is the most complicated one, actually, but so this drops, and what I'm thinking about is having the welders be on either side of it. So I don't know if this will actually work for me, but this comes out, turns in. Okay, that's a little too far, but that's okay. We can live with this. Add 2 more to that, and then move this over by 1. So this does that. These do that, and then we add 2 here. And what is my idea? So this is gonna be sitting here. I'm thinking like welder there and there. Like I don't, and here, there. That's what I was thinking. Cause I was remembering having them in square patterns before and seeing how they interlaced. And I was thinking if we did something like that, it might work. So let's see. Yes, that is exactly what we need to do. So we know how to do it now. Fantastic. The only, issue I'm really going to have is where these welders are coming from. It looks like we have to lift this thing up regardless to get it to the output. So lifting is okay. But now I've decided, yeah, I do want to cut out that first half, or the first 1/6 of that last episode I recorded, and then splice it to this one. So this is all going to be one episode. Obviously you guys know that because you're watching it, but I need to remember it for myself. Yeah, I was sitting down thinking, how can I fit these pieces together? And I kind of knew it had to be welding because there wasn't another option. And eventually the idea of welding through the board came to me. So, like, I think this is going to just fall down. I don't want to spin the board. Spinning the board would be an option, but if I do that, then I have to spin everything up there. And I don't want to do that. So, I'm hoping if we turn the board like I did, that piece drops. And then we can convince every other piece. Yeah, those two are exactly the same. That's what I thought. So, if we convince every other piece to go where it needs to go, we'll be alright. It's going to be a decent amount of effort, but I'm not too worried about that, really. If there's a problem, it's that it's I can't exactly see where I need to put these things, so... Alright, let's see. Like, we're gonna put one here, one there, one there. These are where those other pieces need to end up. That's my guide for, okay, we need to get all these pieces to these spots. And so, I mean, from that we can build that we need a little double here. We need that. Okay, board's gonna be there. Yeah, they do cut across like that. Perfect. That is exactly what we wanted. I think we'll keep those in for now, but we won't be keeping those for very long. We need 8. So we'll do, it looks like, okay, no it's not. 2 here, 2 there. So we'll do those 4 as 1, these 4 as 1. And it'll be awesome. This shouldn't be very difficult. I know that's asking for trouble, but alright, let me just whoop. These pieces do need to be tacked onto something though. Let's run that again. Nope, still. I mean, having the blowers in here is a problem, so let's remove those. Okay, so you're the one that's leaving. But I think if we just go like this, you'll be cool. Nope, that one's fallen too. Alright. There we go. Run that up. Boom. So now it's sitting there with welders going through all the spaces. Yeah, this is gonna work just fine. Let's make sure that falls where we want it. Not quite. It needs to go out one more. There we go. Boom. And then I'm thinking about how do we move it on, and I'm honestly not too sure because we're gonna weld 2 down here, unless I think we can get rid of those and have this still work. Yeah, that gets there and gets well. Yeah, that's perfect. Right. So that doesn't need a resting point like that. So we'll do that, and then when the last piece gets in place, we'll blow it up. We'll add a We'll add a blower. 'Cause, yeah, the next wall is gonna just sit and wait behind it. We might end up having to turn down the frequency because this piece is coming, and if that piece gets blown up, then we're in trouble. So we're probably going to want to turn down the frequency. Actually, 100% we want to turn down the frequency. So let's go ahead and do that. Just minimize that. Not a big deal. And let's start building out this way. So we want to do those, I believe, and then that doesn't work because they're too close together as always. So okay, that stays on its path. So I think we just need to subdivide this thing. Nope, that'll get welded immediately. That won't work. That won't work. Okay. So we have one that comes over the top. And then one that comes in the side. Like that has to be how that happens. Not a big deal. We got it. Alright. And then you fellows can come over the top. You come in the side. You come in the side. And then we're going to have one over the top. And one well, that one needs to come in from the side, but it's not going to be able to do it from that side. It's going to have to be okay, this doesn't need to be right here, so let's just raise this shit up and put this like right here. Like that doesn't need to be there. And that's gonna fall in no problem. Nope, that was supposed to be a welder right there. that still doesn't quite work because we need the next piece. Huh. It may not be possible for me to... Okay, hold up. No. Hold up. We can get rid of this and have both of those pieces come in that way. So let's go ahead. Let's keep that there like this and get rid of that. Yeah, we'll have both pieces come in like that. They'll get welded to each other, and then the bottom piece will get welded through. So that'll be cool. Now, the only question is exactly how I want to handle this, and I'm thinking just subdivide it. So let's see how fast they come out. Not fast enough. Man, we turned it way down, like we said we were going to, but maybe too far down. Let's bring it up a little bit. Okay. So as you hit here, you can get rid of the next piece. Sensor there. Conduit rips the whole way back to a push block. Okay, that would be the first divide right there. Alright, same sort of thing here. Push block sensor. Okay. We need to start doing this in multiple dimensions. So, like, you have got to just drop away. think that I can safely put a weight block there. And I think that's what we want. So let me right here. Nope. Of course not. Alright, I had a bit of a sneezing fit there, so I muted that audio so as to save you guys' ears. Alright, so that's going to happen. And then we need to divide the other line into twos and send them on their way. So just come out a bit. Push block action there. And then, not really, let me see, we've got those, we're really looking to get these top two. So let's bring this over, and let's bring this over. Oh, shit. No, stop. Just stop, man. Oh dear. Okay. Bring this over. Turn it. And turn it. Alright. Like that. That's what we want. Okay. So that one's good. It will just fall on there. That's perfect. And I think this one, yep, beautiful right there. Alright, so those two are done. So all we need to do is direct these two, make another push situation for this one, and then we'll put a final sensor in to blow the whole thing away when we're done with it. Alright, so we need 1, 2, 3 there, and 1 here. Okay, so I mean, these can pretty much just head on over. That should do that just fine. Sensor here, push block here. A little bit of conduit right there, except that we are pushing into the thing, which we don't want to be doing. Okay, let me bring this out, and then we can see that we want to go one more on that, and that one's done. So now, all we need to do, bring this out, bring that out, and just see, like, how does this line up? That's perfect. Those those three can go. Run it. Okay. Okay. You know, that's why we test it. Boop. And boop. Lock those in place. Could have locked them backwards, saved some block. You guys know I love to optimize. There you go. Okay, now that's falling. Throw one right there. That should solve that. Okay, I think we're all good. I just want to see where we're at. Okay, 1, 2 is done. We're still waiting on these guys. So it might be that those are the ones we wait for. Oh, that's supposed to be... That's supposed to be a welder. Alright. No problem. Next block is waiting, that's fine. Block. Okay, and... Okay, what happened here? Oh, I forgot to turn that. But it looks like... Okay, forgot to turn that. That's number 1. But number 2, the next red piece did end up coming out before everybody else was done. And it's still happening. I built the timing on, yeah. Yep, I built the timing on what we had there. So was that -6? Yes. Okay. So we need a couple things to happen. And I don't know if they're going to. I mean, number 1... is pretty much if there's something here, the red block needs to not be joining us. No, that should have been a pusher. That one gets by. Then the wall comes in and stops the next one from coming. That's good. Okay, and then the whole thing populates, which I'm very happy to see. But we've got a slight issue. I don't think it's a huge issue. I think we can get through this, but... Well, maybe it is a huge issue. Okay, we need... Alright, so... Here's what we'll do. You're going to be a sensor. You're going to be an overhead so that that continues to go. But you now are going to have a delay. Yeah, you do hit the same block, so... Shouldn't be a massive delay. Just a bit of time to think about what you've done. Okay. I accidentally turned that at some point. But I think if we just do that, just add one more to this, I think we'll be alright. It's either perfect or it's close enough to perfect that it's not going to be a problem. So, we'll take this conduit, wrap it around like so. And then we're going to put push block lower. Okay, it is as tall as that. So we should be able to put a 5 ski here. And then how wide is it? Nope, not the construction I asked for. 1, 2, 3, like that, and then a 7 ski to here. And basically, no, that actually might be tall enough, so maybe that'll do it. Not going to be much of a talk through here because it's a really simple design. Oh, it didn't. Unless I'm completely misjudging what happened there, I think. Yeah, I had that 2 up. I mean, if I can get away with 2 up, hold up. Let me see if I can. If I can get away with 2 up, it'll make things easier for me. So let me see if I can get away with that. Because if I can, that'll be perfect. Okay. I need to get rid of that block, which is fine. And I would have to get rid of that welder, which I cannot do. And we've got an extra piece of bullshit on there. And that didn't get welded together for some reason. Because there's not a frickin' welder? No, there is a welder. Okay, so this block needs to go. We cannot get away with the double lift. But there's more problems. There's much more problems. So, you're good. You're good. Weld it 2, welded 2, perfect. Perfect. It's already gotten lifted. How did that happen? What caused that? What's causing that lift? One of the pieces that got welded on is causing that lift. So we just need to find a track like this. Where there's nothing being welded on. And now it should be good to go. Okay, so that's all cool except for that one extra piece that's showing up. So let's see where that's coming from. I mean, I'm thinking we just add a pusher right there. Maybe not right there. I just don't want it blocking that sensor like that. Oh, that's too soon. The second one will never get there. Okay. Let's see. Alright, fast forward this. That's nowhere near the second one. Okay. That is a problem. I could maybe tie it to that. Yes, I can tie it to that, but not until after. It's already passed. Alright, we are back, and I am actually having to inspect because we had a whole mess of issues, and I ended up having to revert to an older save. But it looks like we didn't lose out on too much. We whatever I was just trying to do, because I just watched the end of the last episode, so okay. Okay, so we discovered that that didn't work, so we take these out, put that in. We know that doesn't work, okay. Put a 6 on here. Sorry, just trying to get my bearings here. And then that, okay, that welds. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The issue is we're getting too many coming down this path. Alright, so let's watch. I just want to watch this and see exactly what we're getting right now. And then we can start problem solving. So that's cool. Still cool, still cool. Okay. Is this, yeah, this is before we moved that. Okay. At least I somewhat remember what I had done. So we've moved this to here. Perfect. Okay. That's everything. And now it gets lifted out and sent, but that's the problem. Okay, and that's where we were. So we need to see I mean those are, damn it. That's one out there. And that's one right there. So is it... It's this line that's giving us too many. So not even the line I was trying to fix, actually. So let me see. We've got this coming out here. So all we need to do, as far as I understand it... Okay, let me do that one more time. Because that's going to get... That's going to get lifted and have to come over here. So... It actually... I think it actually needs to be this block. Then we should be able to lift this straight up. Maybe come out around. And a pusher there, but that might be too soon. Because that one gets by, but the second block does not. So that's probably not where we want it. Unless, let me see, at what point is this going to trigger? Right there. So if we put it right there next to it, we could do it, but then that's going to be constant triggered, and we don't want that. So, yeah, we need to find a better place for this. I wouldn't necessarily mind it being right there at it, but I don't think we can put one there without blocking anything. Maybe I'm wrong. I actually might be wrong about that. Let me give that a shot. Let me see if I can tuck that in there. And then wrap it around this way. Does it fall? No, it doesn't. But this needs to have a thing. Alright. That goes down. There's one there. There's the second one, and now it's triggered. So you're not going to get any more. Got this, got that, and that. And there's that. Oh, fuck. Did this one get there? That's the only one I didn't 100% see make it. No, that one's not getting there for some reason. And then that's not staying. I don't think anything drops in here, so I can probably put an overhead there and be fine. Oh, but it's the conduit. Okay. So the conduit needs to come through. I think that's the problem with that. Alright, let's just make sure it leaves now that we've done that. Okay. It at least goes that far. And it's sitting on that, so I don't know why it wouldn't go. Oh, this right here, this conduit now is the problem. And I just want to look at everything else. You're clear, you guys are going to be clear, you're clear, and you three are all clear. So, okay, so we just need to make the conduit come up like this, and that'll be good. We got that solved. Now the only thing, yeah, this is falling here. That's the problem there. So honestly, just put a little U in there, and that should be fine. I think everything gets there. It's gone. It's completed. Something weird's happened there. I don't know what to make of that. Are they getting welded together? Yeah, that is exactly what's happening. So, I mean, we just need to hold that back a couple blocks, right? So, like, put a little conduit here and just hold that next piece back, and that should solve that. Okay, it gets held back, everything comes in, it leaves. Okay, it's struggling there. Did it get lifted again too soon? Like, what happened? Okay, comes in, leaves. This is nice, I'm happy with that. Where's the... It's this sensor that's... So it should be... That should be clear. No, that sensor's blocking that. What is... You're the one that pushes it out. So it shouldn't... Oh, it's going to continue to blow up because of these pieces. So honestly, we should move that back one. Let's build it underneath a piece. But let's push it back one. We'll put the pusher in here, and that should solve that. Alright, let's see. Let's see this one more time. Okay. That is a fully formed board that's getting stuck right there. That's okay, because we can move this back one, and that'll help with that. And then I think we only need to lift it once more. Once more we'll get it out of there, and I think high enough that we can work with it. So let's go. Five ski here. Oh, 8 ski there. And then go 7 there. And let's see if it gets out of there. Now we do have a problem with this one block is coming in way too fast. But we can solve that as well. Okay, you're getting out of there. Alright, cool. Cool. I don't want it to leave that quick, really. So just pen that in like this, and it'll go out at that height that we've dictated for it. Okay, and it's gone, which is cool with me. But we have this piece. Oh, is it? Oh, yes, it waits, but okay. If it started moving in now, it would be fine. So maybe put that sensor here. Let's see how that works. I just need the second board to get in place before that one block drops into place. Okay, you get out of there. Oh, damn it. Still not quite fast enough. Let me look at this once more. Okay, this is waiting. That piece comes in, it leaves, and now the sensor's out, and it's coming back. I'm thinking, hoping really, that we can just move the push block a little bit closer. Run this one more time. Okay. It's gone. This one's coming in. Not welded together. And everything is where I want it. Except now we've got 2 of these red pieces. But that one's leaving. Oh, and the whole thing's fucked. And the whole thing's fucked. Okay. So, I'm generally okay with what we have. I think the solution I'm looking to is to have just everything on delay blocks. And then, like, once it's in place, all the pieces we need get pushed out. And it's as simple as that. But that's, you know, that's rebuilding this whole system right now. So let's have a little bit of fun doing that, because that's where we're at. So, alright, so we need to get rid of a lot of this stuff. Okay, so we're doing 8, I think 8 blocks. Let me double check the system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and turn this way, just to give us a little bit of extra room. Okay. And let's do fucking 6, 4, and let's do the eviscerator if we get more than 4. Now this is too close. Let's turn this. Okay. Drop this. And now here we will do eviscerator. Okay. And then we're gonna do a 2-ski and a 2-ski, just like this. And then we're gonna do the same thing here. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that did what I wanted it to do. Okay, so now we need, I mean, these 2 blocks are both going down here, which is something. I mean, we don't particularly need that anymore. We can send 1 over. That'll give us those 2 blocks, which is cool. Alright, so we got those 2 blocks already. And we need 2 blocks here, 2 blocks there, and then the double stack here. So let's make... Okay, this can go, because it's just going to confuse me. And basically, these 2 fellows have got to come in here. Do that. Okay, I think we've got that now. So now hold up, stop. Leave these alone. Because these lead places. Okay, those lead to the 2 we want. And that dropper leads to the double we want. So that's perfect already. Alright, so that's the double we want right there. And so now we just need these ones. All right, let's reverse it. If we just reverse this, we'll be cool. You guys lead to that, and then nope, nope. You lead here. And you lead here. And I think that'll do it for us. We just need now I'm thinking this sensor here that we just added to go up and mess with all this stuff. So let's give that a go. Number 1 can come underneath. And we might send everything underneath just to keep it. Maybe not. Double, 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 double. Okay, pop, pop, pop. Just like that. And then just like that. Just do a quick little run, see if anything falls. Nothing did. Okay. The problem is the board's getting there way too fast. So okay. No, we're good here. We're good. Let me throw a sensor here. Okay, and then downspout the sensor, and basically we're going to throw a blocker on there. And now, the board can't come through until we have everything we need. Oh. Oh. This thing. Okay, so let's lower that a little bit. And then okay, try it again. We got 4 now. Oh, it got pushed, but there was no track to move it. Wait, what? There we go. Okay. So, we got a little 3 ski right there, and then like so. I suppose. Okay, block until we need it. Boom, it's released. Board gets there, everything gets pushed out. Everything falls. Except, did we take out the release point? Hey, hey, what's going wrong? Alright, something happened with that piece, which I don't quite understand. Oh, it's already blowing. That's why it's failed. So I mean, I don't know how, come on, I don't know how far off the mark I am here, so let's put a little delay on that. Okay, that's still a little bit off. 1. Okay, let's see. Then everything's released. Okay, we got everything except for that piece didn't make it somehow. Got welded elsewhere on the board? What? What the heck? Okay, let's see. What's happening here? It's still a little bit too quick. This one piece that's coming around like this is just taking a little bit too long to get there. There we go. Now we have a perfect board that leaves, which is beautiful. And then let's see. Perfect board that leaves and is beautiful. Perfect board that leaves and is beautiful. That's 3, but now we've gotten too many of these. What has happened? I think we've just gotten too many. There's 2, and now an extra one's going to come out. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that was what was going to happen. So, basically, I mean, how do I solve that? I can put 2 like that, which would be neat, but I don't think it's going to quite solve the problem. One, 2. Oh, they can't? Okay. So, what I'm thinking right now is to have this one go around like this. And if we ever detect that there is one here, we will push it. Well, no, hold up. We don't even need to do that. We can do that. Well, maybe here. And here? Let's see how that works for us. So if one ever crosses that line, which should happen there. That's 3 that are beautiful and perfect. Okay, so I think we now know that we don't want this sensor being in control of that. We would more want it to be like a sensor facing this way, so it's just a very quick those fill up, it leaves and pushes all that stuff away, and now everything comes down. Beautiful and perfect is gone. Everything comes down. Beautiful and perfect is gone. That's 3. I'm gonna see that we get 5, and then I'll be willing to say we've solved. All right. I think we got it. Took a little while, but I think we are there. We haven't sent it to the output yet. That's something that we should probably do. But that was the least of the issues, I believe. So we will bring this out, and that should be all we need to do. So, I mean, the complexity here was really the timing of it and building the welding station. And as you saw there at the beginning, I didn't understand that we could weld through the board like we did, and it took actually sleeping on it. You know, it was when I was in bed that night that I realized, you know, maybe we can do it like this, and it turns out it works. So really what we have here is the board comes out, and it's actually going to be held up by a blocker until we have enough pieces. We need one red superconductor and then 4 of these micro components, or 8 of these micro components. And so I basically just have it where that thing is blocked until we get all the components we need. And then it releases that, and once that releases, it hits a sensor that releases all these components. So we get the 8 and the 1 all released. They just follow their tracks down to the welding station. That's all that is. They follow their tracks down to the welding station. When the last piece, which is on a delay, gets here, which it goes over this thing, that overhead pushes it in. When that gets there, it triggers a sensor that pushes this blower out. That lifts the whole thing up. It hits this overhead, moves 1 step forward, hits this, starts to drag it forward until it hits that overhead, and then it will get caught on these until it just moves out. I don't know. We have this one sensor here. I don't think it's... yeah, it's not actually doing anything, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. You know, I like to optimize. Go ahead and get that out of there. Does that? Yep, it does. We need to add a block there. Alright, now we can. And that's really all there is to it. That thing waits until we have enough to build it. When it moves, it releases all the stuff. You can see the sensors right down here. And they all move into place. Once the last one gets there, it triggers the blower, moves out, moves up, moves out, and drops on the line here, and moves down to the output. And that is all it takes. Took me a little while because I didn't understand how we could weld, but we are there now, and you can see we got all these pushes up here. Boop, everything we need gets pushed away, gets sent out, and they just follow the path until they get where they need to go. We have a thing here where we were getting too many of these too fast. So if we happen to get 2 on this waiting system, the second one just falls to oblivion, doesn't do anything. But I think now that it pushes the sensor as it goes by instead of sitting on the sensor, now that it does that, it doesn't look like we're getting overflowed with that sort of thing. And I'm actually a little bit curious if I could just turn this up. It looks like I might be able to. So we've got 6. Okay. So let's stop it, and let's actually crank it to max and just see how it goes. Okay. I don't think it's gonna work on max. Well, I don't know. There's one. It might actually work on max. No, it does not work on max. But let's go just to normal and see if that functions. Everything's gonna wait. There it goes. Everything goes. No, that doesn't work either. Let's go -2. We were at -6 where it was working. Yeah, the problem is that second board's getting released too soon. The whole thing needs to be together before the second board is released. And it doesn't look like we can pull that off with anything but maybe -5. Okay, that's 2. There goes 3. I don't know, it's still working for now. Yeah, as long as it continues to work, I'll keep it here, but I expected failure from this because the boards are getting through before we're ready, but that's 7. Yeah, it looks like we got this. Alright, cool. I will 100% accept that. But that is the threshold, I think, right there. Boom. Obviously, not a very good job compared to the worldwide, but got it done, and I'm happy with that. The next episode is going to be a doozy. I'll go over this, one more time right here, and then I'll talk about it a little bit more in length at the beginning of the next one. But if you go back to the beginning of this episode, I'm looking at this puzzle here for a little while, 20-25 minutes, and I decide I can't do it, and I stop. But I don't stop the recording. This is where the trouble starts. I don't stop the recording. I just go into the next puzzle, assuming that puzzle is just going to be episode 51. And then I stopped before I finished that puzzle, even though I had the solution. It's taking a while to construct it. So I stopped there. And then I went to sleep for the night and figured out the solution to this puzzle. And so between having to cut up that one episode into 2 parts, and then the first part of this, and now this is the 3rd part of this, and then we had that crash, which I spoke about a little bit in this episode. We ended up losing a bit of footage. So, a whole mess of things that are disappointing to me. But right now it's time for celebration. We got this episode done, and we are well on our way to finishing the next one. So I will see you there, and I will try to talk a little bit more about what happened. Until then, see you soon.